Hi everyone. I've been promising to do this video for a week to try to kind of put down some of my thoughts about the summer tour this year to O Cup, and I'm finally getting around to it. Sorry it's taken so long. Hope everybody's having a great time at the Shamrock for those of you who are there, and for those of you who aren't, I kind of feel a bit sorry for you, a bit like I do for me, because it sounds like it's loads of fun and really nice and sunny, which is cool. So the O Cup this year, we're heading to the Jura in the south of France, well, middle of France, the Jura Alps, and we're staying in Plantagenet. So the area that we've got right in the centre of it's a little ski station. It's quite small, and we've got about 4 different chalets, kind of 5 depending on how you count them. With the biggest one sleeping 17 people. Then we have another one that has 16. We have a 6 and a 4. We have another 8, and then we have another 6 for some of the time. And there's also some camping. So it's quite a big space we have. 2 of the chalets have swimming pools, so that will be quite fun as well. And we're kind of putting together an accommodation list. Hopefully it will work for everybody, but you know, we can play with that. Some family groups are staying together, and with some groups it's groups of juniors, and we have some of the older juniors who are going to be camping as well, just because that's how the space works. So hopefully when we circulate that, that you'll all be happy, and if not, just let me know and we can sort something out. To give you an idea of kind of the expectations when we're there, so we have everybody should be arriving on the Saturday. We might do something easy on the Saturday evening when people are there. We might do kind of a jog, something like that. We'll kind of meet, talk through our goals for the week and what we're planning to do. And then we launch into our training Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then we have the competition Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Each night after the competition, we should be doing a debrief, marking our routes down, looking at what we've done, having a chat about it. It's incredibly technical terrain there, and the OO Cup it's kind of what it's known for. It's known to have really technical terrain. So, I mean, from my point of view, that's a fabulous thing. My first tour was to O'Ringen in 1996, and I was lost the whole time. But I learned so much from it, and I came back to Cork afterwards, and my orienteering was just so much better because I learned so much from making those mistakes. So it's really technical terrain. So I actually hope there are lots of opportunities to make mistakes and to kind of work out why that happened and how you could do it differently in future. So we have that competition for the 5 days, and then at the end we have a bit more training. We have Monday, Tuesday training. We might do something easy on the Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday people will kind of be heading off at different times during the day. In terms of the training, when we went away to France 2 years ago, we generally tried to do it so that we had a morning training, an afternoon training, and then in the middle of the day we went to a lake or we did something fun. That's very much at the heart of my idea of what a good tour should be about. Ultimately, it's all about having a holiday, having fun. I understand that there's some family groups going, so I fully appreciate if there's some families want to kind of go away and do different things on particular days. However, first and foremost, this is a tour, and particularly for those juniors who are getting a little bit older and who are kind of getting into orienteering a little bit more, I'd expect them to do kind of the majority of the sessions. The focus will very much be on quality and not quantity. I don't want juniors who are burnt out after a week of, you know, elite training. That's not what this is about. They're juniors, they're kids, it's intended to be to improve their technical training, not to get them massively fit by having them doing hill reps 10 times a day. You know, it's just not going to happen. Your training fitness improves over a longer time, not just in kind of 10 days. So around it, we will have all of this kind of social activities that we hope everybody will get involved in as well. As I say, 2 of the chalets have swimming pools. There's also crazy golf. And there's lots of space where we're staying. It's not a busy place. There's not kind of don't expect a kind of a huge social life in the area. accept what we create ourselves, because it is a quiet resort with not much on, which suits me as a coach going along. In terms of catering for that many people, what we've done previously, on tour, now I've never been on a tour this big, I have to say. You know, typically where I've been team manager for British squad tours previously, but it's been, 15, 16 athletes. We have a lot more this time coming along. So catering is going to be one of the things that we really need to think about. What I would ideally set up is that we would mass purchase all the cereals, bread, cheese, some kind of sandwich meats, things like that, cucumber, tomatoes. And we'll have a stash of those so that kind of sandwiches are made every morning after breakfast, and those are brought to training. We'll also have a stash of snacks for kind of fruit, cereal bars, things like that, so that during the day for training there's plenty of stuff. For the meal in the evening, I think it's going to be a little bit more challenging. My thinking at the moment is that we'll do it where we do try to eat communally, but that each chalet would be in charge of a different part of it. So one chalet might be in charge of all the salads for an evening. Another chalet might be in charge of like doing the, we'll say it's pasta bolognese, so they do all the bolognese. Another chalet would do all the pasta and kind of bring it all together. So I'm still kind of working on the logistics of that, and I'm kind of having a play around in my mind with it to see exactly how that works. We did have 40 people 2 years ago in France, and we did manage to make that work, albeit that was very much thanks to Ruth and Dawn for kind of helping out, kind of the offering their house for that. However, I think the 17-person chalet, the cooking facilities should be good enough at that to kind of do mass catering. So that's what I'm kind of planning for at the moment. I will be looking for parents to help with that, but actually each evening there are going to be a rota of juniors as well who are set up to help with everything from making the food to cleaning up afterwards and prepping everything. So that's very much the expectation, that everybody is involved, however young. I mean, my kids are 8 and 10, and they're going to be given jobs, and they're going to be expected to help with laying the table and bringing things back and helping with wash up and everything like that. So whatever the age, we will find age appropriate jobs for all the juniors so that everybody is involved in that. In terms of what else we need to know really in advance, one of the important things is that all the adults who are staying on site do need to have Garda vetting, and ideally people would speak to Barbara Foley-Fisher about that. Jenny can give you contact details, and that's a priority now because we need to get that sorted before we go away. It's kind of coming around quickly. It's under 8 weeks away now, so we do need to get moving with that. I'm included in that because I haven't sent mine to Barbara yet. And yeah, I'm just really excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope everybody else is too. I would suggest, kind of in terms of prep before going, it's one of those things that we're going to be training for 10 days. If you're not used to training for 10 days, then that it can be a hard thing, and we don't want kind of bodies breaking down and injuries and things like that. One of the things that I would say is an absolute must is every evening when you're brushing your teeth, stand on one leg. I want those ankles nice and strong before we go away, so we don't have any kind of twisted ankles, anything like that. Likewise, just kind of keep going with whatever you would typically do. So I'd like to kind of see that you're kind of training in some way 4 or 5 times a week, be that running, playing hockey, doing basketball, whatever. And I know some of you have exams, but actually it's one of the best things in the world to kind of get your head away from the exams, to go out and do a bit of exercise. And with that in mind, what I'd really like all the juniors to do is to keep a training diary between now and when they go, and to bring it with them. So ideally you'd all be kind of writing down what you're doing. As I say, that can be going for a swim, it can be hockey, it can be bike ride, everything like that included, but also your running. So that when we get there, we can actually work with you as well to think about, well, actually, how could you improve this if you're at the age where that's appropriate. So however young, I'd like the juniors to actually think about that and start writing their training kind of diary before they come. There's nothing else that I can think of at the moment, but I'm sure you'll have questions for me. And if you do, just drop me a line. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to to know you all a bit more. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.